Hello, my sweet babies, my precious darlings, my beloveds, and my little warriors. Welcome back to Rogue Legacy 2. Where did I leave off? If you remember, I took a little break last time. It looks like we are off to the Stygian study. What's my build going on here? It's been just a little bit of time, but my memory's not great. But I do have some coffee, which should help. Last time I recorded a bunch of videos at once, and I just was so exhausted, and I was having a hard time coming up with thoughts and speaking. But now we are refreshed, we are good. I had a nice little nap, and I have some coffee and some water, and everything is delicious. Oh. So, if I remember correctly, this is a gold farming run. Wow. You don't play for a little bit of time, and suddenly you're just the most garbage. What am I saying? I'm always the most garbage. But it'll be okay. I think, oh my gosh. You got enough of these things? Seriously. Wow, I'm just bad. Like, I need to get back into it. I need to lock in. But yeah, so things are going well for me. You know, nothing new to report. I've actually been having some strange dreams lately, which in itself is not too weird, but the fact that I have been dreaming is the weird part. Because, I don't normally have dreams. So that's, like, interesting to me. Like, I don't know what causes me to not have dreams, but recently I've had a couple dreams. So I'm interested, you know. I don't really remember them all that well, but I've definitely had them. I'm not a person to believe in, like, dreams having meaning. I just think it's just your brain being bored while you sleep. Because, you know, your body may be asleep, but your brain is still awake, you know? It's still doing stuff. Maybe not working at 100%. Because, you know, it's just like your subconscious or whatever, but, you know, it's still doing stuff. So maybe it just, like, wants to throw in, like, a TV show or something while it's doing its little thinkies, you know? I think Osmosis Jones did it best. Dreams are just little movies that your body watches, that your mind watches while you are sleeping, you know? I forgot, boxers don't take contact damage. You guys remember Osmosis Jones, by the way? That movie was actually pretty banging. Kind of gross sometimes, especially the, you know, the zit scene. Do I need more health than this? I don't think so. We're gonna lose it all when we get more, stuff anyway. 12% bonus damage while on the ground. Could be good, but I don't really spend a lot of time on the ground. How much is it? 23 resolve? Okay, we'll take it. Fuck it. Let's not try to make our resolve too low. It seems like a pretty good run already. So, you know. The goal is, obviously, to make money, but if we survive long enough to get to Kane, I'd be down. But I've been playing a lot of first-person shooters and stuff lately. I'm sure some of you know, because you've been watching my other stuff. Like, mostly my streams and whatnot. And, you know, it's basically just me returning to my roots. You know? Entry preventry. Okay. I've always been an FPS gamer at heart. Okay, well, you know, I might as well. Take 294 damage. Yeah, whatever. Might as well. 1000 HP. That's the most HP I've ever had, I think. But, I've always been an FPS gamer at heart. Oh, that was bad timing on my part. Get comboed, baby! And I love FPS games, you know? But mostly shooters in general. I think... I mean, you know, we all got our start playing stuff like, James Bond and stuff. Or, you know, Golden... Oh, that was stupid of me. GoldenEye on the N64. Why I say we all got our start, but you know what I mean. GoldenEye was great, by the way. We can get the apple here and get our health back. But it did not age well. Additional double jump. Opening chest restores health. I think I want that. It's gonna lower our resolve just a tiny bit, but, you know. That's a run carrier. But while GoldenEye didn't age all that well, it's still, you know, it's still pretty good. I don't think I'd want to do, like, a playthrough of it again, because it didn't age so well, but it's still, like, you gotta admit, it was, and, you know, it still is, a really good attempt at a first-person shooter on the N64. You know? They really, knew what they were doing when they made that. And the more I hear about it, like, how it was, like it was, you know, the development was kind of troubled and stuff, and how they literally added the multiplayer mode, like, at the last minute without, you know, getting approval for it. Which I think is strange. Like, you have to get approval? I mean, yeah, it makes sense. You know. I think the rules were a little different back then. Like, nowadays you're expected to have multiplayer, you know? Listen. People don't want single-player experiences anymore. They want multiplayer, live service, PvP, action, role-playing, looter shooters. You know, back then it was all about the single-player experience. Because, you know, we didn't really have online multiplayer, you know? Most people didn't. You know, you had your PC gamers and stuff who were playing, like, Counter-Strike and whatnot. But, you know, little kids like me, we didn't know about, you know, LAN play. Doesn't matter, I'm gonna do my health back anyway. You know? What does LAN stand for anyway? Local Area Network? That's just my best guess. Oh shit. Defeat all enemies. Babe, now you're speaking my language. I know how to defeat enemies. I defeat enemies all damn day. Look at this go. Bam, bam, wham. Oh, pow, pow, pow. You can't even get close to me, I say, as you get close to me. But yeah, I'm trying to think of the first time I ever played a game online. What was it? Was it, it was probably a DS game. Maybe Mario Kart DS. I don't know. I didn't play too many online games growing up. I did eventually. I mean, I do now. Oh my god, there's so many rooms connected to this room. Do you see this? But, you know. Eventually we got, like, a Xbox 360, so I was able to play stuff like, you know, Halo and Gears of War, which was my jam. Gears of War. Gears of War 3 is where I really, you know, came into my own. Oh, that's bad. Like, I owned at Gears of War 3. We knew how to do it. You know, we would, like, wall bounce, and we'd get the Gnasher, hit him with the two-piece. You couldn't really two-piece in the, in Gears of War 3. They kind of nerfed it, but still, you could kind of do it if you knew what you were doing. But wall bounces was like the true test of skill. You know, that shit like confused people because they didn't know how to change the controller sensitivity at that point. Something like that. So you'd be like going crazy over like on somebody, they'll be rushing you, and then you'll be like bouncing on hallways, and they'll be like, "What the fuck, man? Stop it!" You know, and we got a little toxic. You know, someone would get down, and then you, instead of executing them, you'd pick them up. And, you know, kind of, you know, you use them as a meat shield, but then you'd be pressing them against the wall. Not really like a teabag, but like, you know. Which, you know, it looks like that's coming back thanks to Call of Duty Black Ops. That's gonna be... That's, there's already a couple videos like that, which I think are kind of funny. Especially because, you know, my masculinity. Ugh, this is gonna be annoying. Yeah, Call of Duty, Gears of War 3, probably the best game in the series. The more recent ones, were okay. But, I don't know, man. I feel like they could have stopped after, Gears 3. I don't think I want those. Let's not do that. I'd love the extra life, but that's too much resolve. They're doing a prequel now. I hate this game so much. Which is based around Emergence Day. Which, how much of the, how much are they gonna retcon from, Gears of War Judgment, I wonder? How much of a disappointment was Gears of War Judgment, by the way? Like, first of all, actually, the Horde battle mode, where players play as, you know, locusts and humans, that one was kind of cool. But the main multiplayer, everyone just played as people. Like, I think the context was supposed to be that it was pre-Locust War, so, you know, there was a big human war and stuff like that, but that's not what you play Gears for. You play Gears to play as a monster or a human. But no, they were like... They tried to make it too much like Call of Duty. And I don't think that was the devs' fault. You know, people can fly. I think that had to have been, like... You know, we need this to be more like Halo and Call of Duty. That had to have been like a publisher decision or something. I can't imagine that being, you know, something that People Can Fly worked on. Or wanted. I hope not. But, at least Judgment's campaign was good, you know. You know, you mostly played as Damon Baird, which was, kind of cool. Are we done with the Stygian study? No. At least one more room over that way. I like Damon Baird. He's kind of an asshole. But, you know, he's a smart asshole, so he can, you know, back up his assholishness. Damon Baird is a cock! I got scared. fudge. I had to mute for a second because I was coughing. I'm sorry. We can just go back this way for the teleporter. Because we'll be going to the Sun Tower next. But I only played through Judgment once. And like I said, a little bit of a disappointment with the multiplayer. Well, a little bit. I'm gonna be real with you, I was very disappointed. You know. It just didn't feel like Gears of War multiplayer. You know. But the campaign was fine, and I'm not afraid to admit when I think that the Horde mode, where, you know, is humans versus locusts, where one team is locusts, one team is humans. That shit was good. I like that. That was an awesome idea, and they just never brought it back for some reason. I like asymmetrical stuff like that. But like, when people say asymmetrical, they think, you know, stuff like Dead by Daylight or something like that, you know? But asymmetrical doesn't have to mean 1 versus 5 or whatever, you know? It just means one team plays differently than the other. Another good example of asymmetrical multiplayer was that one Splinter Cell game. I forget which one it was. But it had mercs versus agents or whatever. Or you had a team of like, what was it, 4 or 5 mercs, and then a team of 2 agents. Now the mercs, they played a regular FPS where they were, you know, trying to hunt down the agents. But the agents played like Splinter Cell. That was a cool idea. You know, I hope to see more, I'd like to see more games do that. There's actually a game I saw on Steam the other day that was like, kind of like that, but it was co-op. One person was playing like a first-person puzzle shooter or whatever, I don't know. And another person was playing like, as a, like a hacker, I guess? I wasn't paying attention. I was trying to think of the name of the game, but I couldn't remember. And their screen was like they were playing like actual like little puzzle games and stuff. And you communicated with voice chat, of course. And they would like the hacker would tell the first-person player where to go and what to do and stuff, or something like that. I thought that was an awesome idea. And I'm pretty sure there was another game like that, but I don't remember. That was much older. I don't remember. But we should have more games like that. That's just my thought. You know, a good game, like, what if you had a game, you guys remember Lifeline? I think that's what it was called. Where you would, you play as a voice, and a lady, she would like be controlled by AI or whatever, and she would listen to your voice commands. What if it was a game like that? Like, one player is playing like a Resident Evil game, and another player is like playing like Five Nights at Freddy's or something like that, right? So one player is trapped in a room, and they've got access to cameras, and they can open and close doors and stuff like that. While another player is, like, scrambling to get through the building or whatever, survive against monsters, and, like, you know, basically playing Resident Evil. And, you know, they have to do things that will protect the camera player, and the camera player has to make sure that monsters don't get into their room and stuff like that. You know? I think that would be a really cool experience. You know? People need to come up with ideas like that. You know? I come up with ideas like that all the time, but I don't know how to execute them, unfortunately, because I'm not a good person at stuff. I'm not talented. But I like to come up with ideas for games that I would like to play. The only problem is I wouldn't know the specifics around it, so... I come up with the idea, and that's it. I wouldn't know. Okay, I'm fine with that. A little extra damage while on the ground. If I do make it to the boss, we're gonna be kicking his ass for sure. That's a lot of damage. But yeah, I think that would be a cool idea. Like, what if, a very good, thing to look at for inspiration for that, for a game that's kind of like that, would be the Alien Isolation quote-unquote sequel for mobile games, which was basically Five Nights at Freddy's with aliens, but you also helped a team of AI, like, people, hide and complete objectives while, you know, running from the alien, while the alien was also trying to get at you. You know. Again, very cool idea, but it was single player, you know? And very heavily inspired by Five Nights at Freddy's, let's face it. But if you're gonna take an inspiration, might as well be from something good, right? But yeah, something like that. So you can have a camera on the walking player, while also keeping an eye on your own cameras to make sure monsters aren't going through your room. You have to insert like codes and sequences to open doors. Maybe there are like messages on the wall that only one player can see. So you both have to look at a wall at the same time or something. And, you know, stuff like that. There could even be, like, a bit of intrigue, like, maybe the player characters, they don't know who the other is, or maybe, one player knows who, one player character knows who one is, you know, and they have, like, secret objectives. Like the camera playing character player has to do like secret objectives that the roaming player doesn't know about. But that might be like hard to do with multiple playthroughs because, you know, eventually people are gonna figure it out. So I don't know. Kind of like that one Call of Juarez game where everyone had to do like secret objectives without the other players knowing, but then everyone just kind of figured out what those objectives were, and they were just, like, fucking around. So maybe not that. But, you know, I'm just bouncing ideas around, you know? No. Then again... This is where the run dies. Yep, this is where the run dies. Fuck. I hate the cannon. Could be fine, though. Does do a lot of damage, especially with all the, upgrades we got. Oh shit, that's still going? Oof. Just want to make sure I'm not missing any rooms. Doesn't look like it. But yeah, I like the idea of asymmetrical gameplay. Not just for competitive, but also for co-op, you know? There's so many ideas out there still waiting to be made, and people aren't making them. They're just making the same games over and over, hoping to, you know, catch the lightning in a bottle that the first game made, you know? Make something new. And new doesn't have to mean, like, 100% new. Take inspiration from other things and combine them into something new. You know, I think it should be super simple. Take what worked from other things and make something better out of everything. You know? I know I'm making it sound a lot easier than it is. I know making games and coming up with ideas is not easy. Especially, you know, executing them. Here's where the run dies. Now that's gonna hurt my resolve. All of these are gonna greatly hurt my resolve. Shit. 145 days since the rebellion. Look for stairs needed way down. Hard to climb down tower. Maybe stay up here. Need to keep watch. Rebels could attack. Sun's so bright. Talked with the news today. He doesn't make sense anymore. Give me another test. Feels like I'm doing these all day. Don't mind. Kind of fun. Disruptive mind test. What is 12 by 12? 12 times 12, sorry. 120. Split this word. Apple. Peel, leap, pap, pep, pal, pear. Where do you reside? Tower. What is 100th of 11? 11. Where does the bell reside? Garden. Split this word. Return. Turn, earn, trade, newt, turn, rune, run. What is 5, 10, 16? Where does the real bell reside? Top of tower. The real bell? Do you remember that game Crawl? It was a competitive roguelike. Where, it was, you know, everyone was basically... How do I describe this? It's 4 players. I think it was 4 players. And, the goal is to be the player that survives the run. And one player starts out as, you know, the hero. And then the other 3 players become ghosts that can inhabit monsters. Right. And, when a ghost-inhabited monster kills a player, kills the one controlling the, you know, the hero human. Oh boy. They get to possess their body and become the human. I need to get that chest. I need to get that chest. Well, that didn't last very long. I panicked. Okay. Hang on, I need to focus up just a little bit. Just a little bit. That coin is gone. I don't care. Nope. I'll come back for that. If I can get some health, I'll come back for that. Oh, top of the tower, which means chests. Now it is time. Then again... Well... If this is where we die, 'twas an honor to serve. I don't even... I got clipped on my toe. Shit. Oh, that's okay. I'm not interested in the bard. Associative agnosia. It's a new trait, might as well take it. Alright, let's see what we're working with here. We definitely need to increase our weight limit. Okay, I just wanted to make sure we could, Yeah, there we go. With, less of a weight limit, we are able to... you know, have more. Enemies are blacked out. Okay, that's not so bad. So we're gonna collect more gold on this one. Sorry about that. And, that's why I'm taking the leather. I really don't like the ranger. Oh, did you hear that? I don't really like the ranger. Oh, shit. Okay. That's a little more, that's a little more intense than I thought it was. Shit. But it'll be fine. Because the ranger does pretty good damage, at least. I don't think I need the... I don't really think I need it, but... it might help. Yeah, that figures. Because you saw, like, I didn't even notice the enemies at first. But it'll be fine. This is why we take a bunch of resolve. Oh. Money, please. But, you know, it's easy to come up with ideas for things. You know, going back to my previous discussion. It's easy to come up with ideas, but executing them is way different, you know? There's a lot of work that goes into, like, well, for example, game development, you know? You need to write a story, you need scripts, you need graphics, you need music, you need concept art, you need characters, you need so much. There's so much that goes into making a game. And you don't even realize it until you try making a game yourself, which I have done, and it was hellish, and I really don't want to do it anymore, but I still want to do it, like, really, really badly. I want to do it. But yeah. That's why I don't get a lot of these people on, like, you know, social media and stuff where they're like, oh, you know, just do this, just do this. If they just did this, it would be, like, the most perfect thing. It's like, you can't just do this, you know? it's not that easy. Especially when you've got corporate assholes telling you no over everything. The biggest obstacle to making things is the people in charge of your money. Because they believe they're entitled to the biggest say of everything. And you can't argue with them because they're the money. So when people say, oh, you should just do this and screw the publisher. No, you can't just say screw the publisher. You can't. Wish you could. Because devs usually know more, usually. But you can't do that. Because of the money. And you can say, I'll just go independent. Do you know how hard that is? It's tough. It's hard out here for a pimp. I bet pretty much every developer wishes they could go independent. You can't. There's a lot to worry about. Money. You know, why do you think Devolver Digital and Humble Games get so many indie developers working under them? Especially Devolver. Good lord, Devolver. But you know, I also appreciate Devolver because we get a lot of weird shit thanks to them. They give opportunities to a lot of developers developing weird shit. Still don't really like their Devolver Direct stuff. It's a little cringe sometimes. Like, it was funny at first, but then they try to make a plot to it, and it's like, okay. Alright. They should do more of the Devolver Land Expo stuff, where it's like a horror game, but you could also play game demos. That shit was cool. That was one of the coolest ideas ever. Which is also what, the demo, the horror demo disc thing was. Do they still call it the PS1 demo disc? Probably not. Now that they're, like, legitimately... Well, they probably could still call it the PS1 demo disc. Just, you know, doesn't stand for PlayStation. It stands for... Pretty sexy number 1. I don't know. Y'all remember demos? That's a weird thing to say. Also kind of sad that, you know, the reality of the situation is we don't... There was a time recently where we didn't get demos at all. You had to rely on, you know, reviews, which were usually unreliable. And you had to just, you know, raw dog it and buy the game and find out. Because they stopped making demos. But demos were the coolest thing when I was a kid. You know, you'd buy a magazine and it would have a demo disc in it, and you'd pop it into your fucking console, and it would be awesome. That's where most of my games came from. Because, you know, we couldn't afford too many games. Not saying we didn't buy games. We definitely had games, you know, but it was a great way to experience games I would probably never play otherwise, you know? Saved by the ball. Saved by your balls. But demos are kind of oh shit. Demos are kind of making a comeback. You know? Which I think is good. And a lot of demos are like, hey, we'll also transfer your data from the demo into the main game. So you get some goodies, and you can continue where you left off. Which, that shit, like, really rocks my socks. And I hope that they release a Monster Hunter Wild demo, they do that. Here's what you do for the Monster Hunter Wild demo. You put the entire main game as the demo. And then the extra stuff that the people are really interested in, that's what you pay for. No, of course not. But You know how, like, the campaign, like, the main campaign, quote-unquote, for Monster Hunter games is usually the tutorial. Like, come on. We all know. Then you get to the real, the higher ranked stuff. Because the main campaign is usually low rank. Yeah. Don't want that at all. Would it be faster to just warp? Eh. Yeah, demos are awesome. What I don't like that they're trying to pass off as demos is like character creator demos. Like, you can create your character, you know, and import them to the full game when it comes out. No. Like, yay, making characters, cool. Can I also try the game out? No. We don't do that here. Like, look at our graphics. Cool. Can I try the game, please? Kind of regret buying Dragon's Dogma 2. I liked it at first, but then it just ended up not being something I gelled with, I guess. I still think it's a good game. I should probably give it another shot, but you know. I'll have to see if there's been, like, a bunch of updates that make it better, I guess. Like, quality of life and also make it run better? Please? Because I haven't heard anybody talking about it since it came out. Though I do see the occasional thirst post over the Sphinx. I'm just like, alright. I guess she's hot. But I mean, what about the game, though? Hot women does not a game make. Shit. So I do appreciate when a game has hot women. Let's not... I'm not gonna try and, say I'm not one of those people. But the game also has to be fun, please. That's why I don't play fighting games, despite fighting games having, like, you know, 30-40% of all the hottest women in gaming. Doesn't sound like a big number, but come on. That's a big number. When you consider every kind of game out there, a lot of the hottest women are in fighting games. Waste. Waste, waste, waste. Bad relics. Bad relics that I'm not using. My aim is trash. Oh my goodness gracious, I'm the worst! How come those bones can go through walls, but not my arrows? How does that make any sense? I guess it's a Castlevania reference, but come on. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Oh, right, these are spin-kicked. Oh, god damn it, there's an elite that's probably making everyone stronger, because it's an asshole. I think the, one of the hardest things about making something is coming up with a name. Be it a character, a story, anything. Because the name has to be catchy. To somebody. Even if it's just for you. It has to be a name you like. Because odds are that name is going to stick. Whether you like it or not. That's why people who make OCs named like Bloodstorm the Edge usually make a new character. Yeah, sure. I'm glad I never made a character like that. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, you know, that's cringe. It's a little cringe, but you know, baby's first OC should be celebrated, not, you know, laughed at. But I never made like anything like that, or like a Sparkle Dog OC or anything like that. Though I do like, I kind of like a Sparkle Dog aesthetic, where it's all like, you know, with all the different colored hair, and it's like, all that stuff. I love that, actually. It's a part of my childhood that just I never grew up out of. I never made a character like that, but I've seen a lot of characters like that, and that's just nostalgic to me. God bless those kinds of characters. But yeah, names are hard to come up with. Like, do you go with, like, a generic name for a character? Like, Samantha? Or do you come up with something interesting, like Lunaris, Guardian of the Eternal Moon? What do you mean the Eternal Moon? Moon is eternal anyways, it's a big rock in space. It's a big rock in space. Why am I criticizing the thing I made up myself? Hang on a second. It's just an example. The names are hard to come up with. Now try coming up with a name for like a story or something. You could go the simple route and name it after a character in the story. Like The Legend of Zelda. Even though Zelda doesn't really do much. Except for the upcoming game where she's the one in control. Hell yeah, Zelda. Finally. She gets to have her own adventure. And she has never had an adventure before this, ever. This is Zelda's first starring role in a video game. But yeah. It's especially hard because a lot of names are being taken. Like, you see some really weird names, especially for games these days, where they just straight up make up a word. You know? I'm not even using my magic. These are some real shit relics, if I'm being real with you. What was that noise? Not shit, just... you know. Oh. Not what I'm interested in. Not for this oh, jeez. Not for this character. should really get that upgrade that makes it so that dashing lowers the, like, increases your defense. But I keep neglecting to get it. Oh well. But God bless people who can just come up with names and be happy with them. It takes me like 20 years to come up with a name for something that I'm happy with. Ugh. Like, I still think about changing the name Pancookie to this day, and I've had it for like 30 years now. It's not true. It's not true. I promise you it's not true. But, yeah. Naming characters, for me especially, is like, just so hard. Yeah, here, Zombo. Zombo come. I'm surprised they don't have a name like Zombo, like Risen. It's so normal compared to other stuff, like Defentry No Entry or something like that. What was it called? Like they had two different people making the names for these, and one was having a lot of fun with it. No, we can't call him McRib. Why not? Because it's they don't own the copyright to the word McRib. Like, in the context of a skeleton. It's just a name. Yeah, but people are gonna they're gonna know. Of course they're gonna know. That's the point. Well, what is McDonald's gonna know? They don't even sell the McRib anymore. For some reason. Thanks for the cash, arrows. I can't say arrows without thinking about strong bad. Arrowed! You know those guys are still making, like, the Brothers Chaps. They're still making fucking, not like all the time, but sometimes they'll get together and make another Homestar tune. Like, really? You guys are like in the industry now. Like, it must be fun to just, you know, meet up with your bro after a while and just like make a new cartoon together. About whatever. Like, whenever I see in my YouTube sub box a new Homestar Runner like short, I'm just like, holy shit, really? That's awesome. Because Homestar Runner is part of my childhood, you know? Everybody, 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 da-dee-da-dee-da. Huh. Did I know you could do like a forced crit like that? No, turn around! There was like some indie band that did like a Homestar Runner song that I used to listen to all the time, but I don't remember the band, and I don't remember the name of the song, but I'm sure I could find it easily. But I can't think of it right now. Damn it. Every time I try to think about the song, I just keep thinking about Seriously Force. Why do I even bother with these? I've got like a million red goos. I just went in a big damn circle. Son of a bitch! Ugh. How good was Seriously Force, by the way? That's a good song. Everybody, 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 everybody. Revamp for the 90s when nobody asked for it. Oh no, it was like, how did it go? See, now I can't think of it. Damn it. But, you know, rock out. Seriously, Quarks. Did I say that right? Everyone got a new name, but Coach Z was just Zoch C. What is that? Cool name. Remember, like, right at the end of Flash's lifespan, they did the final level for fucking Stinko Man. It's like, quick, we gotta finish it. We said we'd finish it, so we gotta finish it before Flash goes away. It was like, so you had like a couple of weeks to play it before Flash turned off from web browser. Such a silly move. Stinko Man was awesome though. I never take this, but I don't remember what it is. Is it like... oh yeah, 75% more damage on every 6th hit. Useful for bosses, I guess, but... But I still have the Stinko Man, like, level theme in my head. Which I'm pretty sure is from another game, but... I don't remember what the game is. Also, the Stinko Man, like, main theme was also from another game that I don't remember the name of. Oh, shit. Dare we? Spoon? Spoon? Bounces once after bouncing a little skill crit and gains bonus in scaling. Okay. I don't... Okay. We gotta take the fire. Fire, fire, light the fire. Nah. Do you think it, like, homes in on enemies after it bounces? I don't know. It seems kind of like it does. Maybe not. Maybe there's a little bit of homing. Like the smallest... Oh. Maybe not. Maybe I was just getting lucky. A lot of damage, though. I'm guessing this is like an upgrade to the cook. Jesse! Yeah, this is new to me. Alright. She wants lilies in the valley, but what about yodeling in the valley? Bup, 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 bup. This will give me more damage. Kind of like the spoon, though. Ah, screw it. Who dares wins? More damage is always delicious. Let's see. After I finish, since we're almost done with this area, I'm gonna end the episode. Because this will be the last room. Yeah. So we'll go to the Stygian study. I still think Sanguine study is better, but I'm learning. Well, Stygian sounds better, but I mean, Sanguine sounds better, but I think Stygian makes more sense, given the context. So I'm not gonna say that the devs know better, don't know better than I do, or whatever. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. Anyway. Thank you ever so much for watching this episode. I really appreciate it. Be sure to leave a like and a comment and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. It would help me out a lot. And I will see you on the next episode. Bye-bye.